Right. Good evening, everybody. Yeah. Oh, the chat's already blowing up. I love to see it. I love logging on and seeing that. Good to see you all. I do like Ainsley things. I'm gonna practice a little more. Lucky, I'll talk about this later in a second. But you don't suffer my piano playing anymore. Beverly will be back with us next week. Yay! I can't wait to see her and to make music with her and you, and then to get together again soon. I'm looking forward to it. Good stuff on the horizon. Very exciting. Very exciting. Very exciting. I gotta make sure I got everything set up. Make sure I can get through some of this stuff with us all. My location, you never know where I'm going to be. I'm actually at the church I work at. All sorts of busy night at my house with meetings and all sorts of other things that I was involved in. So in order to not be noisy, I am here. This is the choir room at my church that I work at here in Bethesda. And so that's where I'm at tonight. This, you see the music on the wall and the chairs. I unfortunately I live down the road from here, so it's not much of a commute. So that's convenient. But I'm excited to come back. This is the longest stretch I've gone in years without being up in Loudoun County. So I'm excited next week to head back up there. We'll talk about that in a second. Be up there, hopefully going up there every week from now on. I can't wait. Oh yes, black. Well, I just wear all black these days. I mean, you should all know this. If you're looking for great masks, you go on Amazon and you can buy a bunch of black. They now make the KN95s in black. So this is like now my go-to mask. This plus my Under Armour one. I usually double mask it up. So, all black. They knew we'd need this type of black mask for some of our stuff we're going through coming up. Maybe I'll buy some. One more link up before you get going. It's good to see you all. Wait a couple minutes, get folks showing up. Make sure I get my forms. Interest. It's going. Oh, fantastic. Yay. So many responses. I love it. It's gonna be awesome. Gotta get my angles. I'll tell you all, I'm looking forward to the day where I don't have to look at myself on camera once a day. That was me yesterday. I looked horrible all day and I never looked at myself in the camera. So I'm excited for that. I'm sure some of you are as well. Especially notice my focused piano playing face is not terribly attractive either. Like it's very there's a lot of chins happening. There's a lot of squinting because I probably need a better glasses prescription. I need that to pick up too. I'm looking for new glasses. That's what I'm going to do. All right, good. It's 6:00. We'll give folks a few more minutes to join us. and then we'll warm up and we'll get going. A lot of ground to cover tonight. Excited things on the horizon. Had a great little board meeting today. Last minute, our board is so amazing. Sharon is so amazing. Last minute, I said, we're about to hit a patch. We're going to have some really busy Sundays. And so we just met, but that always gets me excited because it reminds me that you all help impel and move this group forward. And it's crazy inspiring for me. Gets me excited. And so, we have some announcements here later on. As I said earlier, I'll say a little later. I'm so excited that next week Beverly is going to be back with me in rehearsal. Yay, 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 yay. In our virtual rehearsal there at least at the virtual rehearsal. And so that is an exciting step in the right direction. Give my hands a break, give your ears a break from what my hands do to your ears. And really I can focus on some conducting and I can focus on some singing and helping with that. And it's just so much easier to do that. So I'm excited to bring Beverly back into the fold. She's excited too. She misses you all. And then again, hopefully we'll see each other in person in some ways sooner than later. All right, we'll give folks one more minute. We're going to begin. We're going to do a little warm up, but I will, if you want to turn your music, we're going to start with a read through of the Libera Me. I feel like we put that on the back burner the past couple weeks, and I want to get that together because that strikes me as a movement that will work well outdoors and a movement that will work well in small groups. So we really want to make sure we got a handle on that. So if we show up and do that, we'll be ready to go. That's the Libera Me is where we'll start. Okay, folks, one more minute. I'll take one more sip of Fresca, refreshing Fresca. No paid endorsement from Fresca. So if anyone knows anyone in the Fresca Corporation, send them our way. I will gladly drink Fresca every virtual rehearsal from now on out. All right. And then also next week we'll have a music pickup for a little Ola Yelo. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. All right. Oh, and we have Sanctus. We have our first recording track. So many things going on. So many things happening. So I got to write that down. Hold on. My announcements are going to be all over the place. That, and we want to make sure we talk about that. All right. Let's get rolling. No time like the present. All right. Let's start with a little bit of, let's stretch. What are we talking about? Stretch. Oh man, this way. It was such a wet run today. I went on a run in the awful rain. I'm so sick of rain. I'm so happy February is over after tonight. Roll the shoulders back. Oh, good. Scrunch your shoulders up as high as they go and relax. Okay, one more time. Scrunch your shoulders up as high as they go and relax. All right, take your hand and put it on your belly button. And I want you to breathe in for 4 and out for 4. And when you breathe in, I want you to feel your stomach expand. And when you breathe out, I want you to feel it come back in. All right, here we go. Ready? Breathe in. Out. Good. One more time. Breathe in for 4 and out for 8. Ready? Breathe in. Stomach goes out. And good. Now, one more thing. When you take your breath in, can it be silent? And can you make sure your shoulders stay as still as possible? So none of this type of breathing. None of that. That's not a great breath. That's not going to help you sing these long, beautiful 4A phrases. All right. In for 4 and out for 8. Ready? Breathe in and out. Very nice. All right. Fail. Good V. Fail. One more. Fail. Everyone go, woo! Really good. Good. let's get real. Let's really sing in our resonance, real closed vowels, real nasally actually, but easily, not too loud. And let's sing me, a, me, a, me, me, a, me, a, me, me, a, me, a, me, me, a, me, a, me. Going down. Me, a, me, a, me. Find that resonance. Me, a, me, a, me. Me, a, me, a, me. Good. Now the same exercise. Now we're going to sing me-aw. So can you sing with a lot of resonance on the way up? Me-aw, me. So can you sing resonance on the E and then open for the aw? Me-aw, me-aw, me. 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 Me-aw, me. Very nice. All right. Now, let's loosen up a little bit. Something a little fast. Hip, hip, ho, 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 ho. And hip, hip, ho, 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 ho. Staccato. Hip, hip, ho, 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 ho. Hip, rocket. Ho, 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 ho. Hip, hip, 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 ho. One more. Hip, hip, ho. Now, with as much grace and bravado and freedom as possible, I love to sing. I love to sing. Ready? Go. I love to sing. 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 A little smile. I love to sing. I love to sing. I love to sing. Get up there. I love to sing. One more. I love to sing. Everyone go, woo! Very nice. All right. Now as a transition into the Liberame, can everyone just sing on one pitch all of those beautiful vowels? So for Liberame, we want really three distinct vowels. Li, be, ra, me. So can we just sing Liberame? Ready, go. Liberame. Now can we sing Liberame? Ready, go. Liberame. Again, go. Liberame. Very nice. All right, well, let's get started on the Liberame. Let's start at the beginning. Everyone will be a baritone soloist to warm themselves up. Sing with that freedom and that ease. And then we'll get to tremens. We've worked on that the past couple weeks. And we're going to push all of the way to the end. Maybe work on the middle section a little bit as well. But this is really just a review. All right, Liberame from the tippity top. Let's do it. Y'all ready? Here we go. Again, this is the dramatic movement. This one is drama. This is opera. This is operatic. Here we go. The baritone soloist goes. Liberame domine de morte eterna. Indie la tremenda. Quando cieli movendi sunt, quando cieli movendi sunt, et terra dum veneris iuicae secundum perigem. All right, choir, get ready. Here we go. Here we go. right, here we go. Bum, 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 D-S-E, D-S-E, God habitatis et miseriae, D-S-E, D-S-E, et amara vale. Alto bass. Hold it out. And off, everyone singing. Liberame Domine de morte eterna. In vida tremenda quando cieli moventi sunt, quando cieli moventi sunt, et terra dum venis iudicare seculum Dei. Soloist goes. Liberame Domine de morte eterna, liberame Domine. Very good. All right, I want to go back and do the middle section there. So let's all go to measure 53. Measure 53 or measure 54. I want to do that middle section, take it apart. One, because there's a lot of Latin there. Two, because there are some funky pitches, and I just want to make sure we got it. So that is the dies illa, dies irae section. This is measure 54. Measure 54. And I want to start with sopranos and altos. Sopranos and altos alone, measure 54. All right. Ready, sopranos and altos? Let's do it. 1, 2, a scoobity-doo. All right, very, very good. Very, very good, sopranos and altos. Back to measure 54, tenors and basses. Tenore and basso. A little under tempo, gentlemen. 1, and ladies. A 1, a 2, a dies illa. Dies illa. Dies illa. Calamitatis et miseriae. Dies illa. Dies magna. Et amara vale, requiem aeternam, dona eis Domine, in lux perpetua, luceat basses. Very good. All right, let's do that all together now. All together, starting at dies ire, calamitantis. That's a great word. Whenever there's a bad thing that goes on at work from now on, I'm just going to yell calamitatis. All right, here we go. We all ready? We're starting at measure 54. Hey, Sandy and George, we're in the Liberame measure 54, right at dies illa, dies ire. 1, 2, ready, 54. Dies illa, dies dies illa, dies magna. Alto bass. And there we go. Very good. Good. One more thing I want to do in this. Everyone go to the very end. Everyone go to the very end. Skip that middle section that's in unison. Go with me to 1-3-1. And then I want to go to some real new stuff. This is just review. All right. 1-3-1. And this is the very ending of the piece. We start soprano and alto and measure 1-31. These are the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 measures. Sopranos and altos first. Ready and 1. Good. Now tenor and bass, you have slightly more notes, right? Now tenor and bass. This is really a choose your own adventure moment here. You can pick whichever note you feel in that chord. So it goes like this. Tenor notes are. The basses are. And if you're really confused, you can just stay on that D and sing the baritone part. That was always my part. All right, here we go. Tenor and bass, measure 1-31. Ready and 1. Everybody, last 6 measures, measure 1-3-1. Liberame. And can this have a lot of fear in it? And can it go somewhere? So it's not dun, 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 but it's. It's sort of this last burst of harmony before that very open D minor chord. All right, here we go. Liberame. Ready and 1. That's not how it ends. I just made that up. All right, let's now go to something new. Can everyone go back a movement to the Agnus Dei? The Agnus Dei. We'll review the little bit we worked on last time, and then we'll dig into the really complicated middle section tonight, which is measures 19, 30. I had a lot of questions about those. We're going to dig into those. This is our real meat tonight. And then after this, we'll review the offertory a little bit, then do a couple review of things. Then I'm happy to note we have our first recording tracks for our first virtual option of this concert, which is the Sanctus. I thought we've worked on that movement the longest. And it actually lends itself to a virtual presentation because there's a lot of stuff going on. I'll talk about that in a second. All right, Agnus Dei, can we first review measures 7 through 17? Starting, and remember, I want everyone to be a tenor here in the tenor octave. Again, when it's too low or too high for you, drop out. But I want a unison, beautiful unison sound of all voices here at measure 7. Agnus Dei, here's the text, by the way. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, dona eis requiem. You should be used to that text. Lamb of God, who taketh away the sins of the world. All right, can we all be tenors at 7? 1, 2, 3, 1. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata Very nice. Can we do that again with a little accompaniment? So here's the intro now. Measure 1. Measure 1. Everyone's a tenor. Everyone. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, dona eis nobis. Let's read on, then we'll take it apart. 2, 3. Agnus Dei, Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata Good, and let's stop there. Let's begin at measure 19 with our real learning. We're going to go part by part. I think it's important in this section because there's so much harmony going on. Now, I'm going to rehearse with us singing on text, Agnus Dei. Again, it's the same text from the beginning. If you feel like I cannot manage text plus pitch at the same time, feel free to sing do do do, da da da, dee 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 with the pitches. Or if it's the text that's tripping you up, speak the text. But I'm just going to go part by part. So again, if you're an alto, for example, and the text is messing you up, when I start with sopranos, you can speak the text while I'm working on the soprano part or sing it. Again, just because I'm working with one part, especially even when we're live, especially in this medium, rehearse what you need to rehearse. And if you need to go get another fresca, you can do that as well too. But let's start with sopranos. We're at measure 19. Measure 19. The beginning of this real wild harmony section. All right, sopranos first. 1, 2, 3. Agnus Dei, Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata Bravo, bravo, bravo. Going to get a tab. Ha! Tab. That sounds delicious, actually. That's yeah, tab is good. All right, we'll talk about vintage sodas later. All right, here we go. Let's start at 19. Measure 19. Altos. Measure 19. Again, everyone can be rehearsing whatever they want. I'm going to be playing a little bit of the bass part, 2 basses, just because that helps root us in the harmony. But altos, this is your starting note. Agnus. 1, 2, 3. Agnus Dei, Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, dona eis requiem. Altos, that's such a funny part. It's such a funny part, altos, because you are either singing a drone note or you're making giant leaps. So let's do that alto part one more time. Agnus 19. 1, 2, 3. Agnus Dei, Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata Misty, oh dear. I know, especially altos. Look at 22. You're in chest voice and you have to go to the middle voice and down. That's going to be a tricky one for you. I wish I was there to, give you a hug and tell you it's going to be okay, but I can tell you virtually you're going to get it. All right, tenors, your turn at 19. Tenors, your turn at 19. Here we go, tenors. Agnus. Tenors. 1, 2, 3. Agnus Dei, Agnus Dei, Vitoris peccata mundi, let's do that one more time, tenors. Agnus. 1, 2, T. Agnus Dei, Agnus Dei, Vitoris peccata Bravo, bravo, bravo. Basses now. Basses have the cool part. They also have a jumpy part, but they really control this harmony. All right, basses at 19. 1, 2, and. Agnus Dei, Agnus Dei, Vitoris peccata mundi, Now, what I want to do is I want to take a couple different parts apart together. I don't know what that meant. Let's start with sopranos and basses at 19. Sopranos and basses at 19. You are the melody and the harmony here. And in altos, we're going to take you along with tenors so you can sort of feel your role that you fill in the harmony. So let's start with the poles. So bass, soprano, agnus. Ready, soprani? 1, 2, 3. And basses, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Agnus. Good. Those are our outer poles. And now let's deal with the harmony, with the magic harmony in between. All right, altos and tenors with their big leaps. All right, here we go. Tenors, that's your starting note. Altos, that's your starting note. Agnus, measure 19. 1, 2, T. Agnus. Oh my gosh, that's so messy, isn't it? It's so intertwined. So so interlocked. I love it though. And 19 again, tenors and altos. Agnus. 1, 2, T. And. Bad. So yes, look at measure 25. Look at measure 25 sopranos and altos and tenors. Look what happens there. Such cool harmony, but You're helping each other out a lot there in those middle sections. All right, 19, everybody at 19. And then I want to sight read on just a hair. Again, that we're going to keep hammering this section. This is hard. All right, here we go. Bass, tenor, alto, soprano, on use. 1, 2, T. And. Let's do that one more time. This section would scare the cats. I mean, it's funny. If you look at how it comes into. We start with this really gentle. This very tenor, Irish tenor, almost sort of in the midst of mountains, beauty, and then tension. Which is really this whole piece, right? It's a test in contrast. All right, 19, everybody, then we'll actually read on this time. All right, here we go. Good work, everybody. I know this is hard. Bass, tenor, alto, soprano, but I'm so happy you're here. 1, 2, T. And. Going on. We're all tenors again. On you stay, we always That's all right. Let's tackle this tonight. Oh, we're doing great on time. So let's get into this. So skip over that. Eek, I know. Don't worry, we're gonna get there. This movement is all about surprises, right? Nancy, hold on. It's all good. You're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. You'll be shoulder to shoulder with some altos sooner than later. It's amazing. And it takes you on a journey. But this feeling. All right. So I want to I love these, Catherine, Nancy, I love your comments. I love when you all send in things or comments and stuff because it makes me better. And I love seeing this. So let's skip that tenor solo because that's easy schmeezy. It's unison. So let's all look together at measure 45. Let's look at measure 45. Oh, 66, 74. I know. Measure 45, everybody. We're going to get it. So let's just take this is not a music theory class. And I don't know if I'm the person you want to teach it anyway. I know, but I have some controversial opinions. Give me a couple beers and I'll tell you about my thoughts about music theory. But I do think that this is amazing. So everyone's at 45. Make sure everyone's there. I really want to make sure we're all there. So at measure 45, the sopranos sing, right? And where we come out of is harmony we're used to. We're all in sort of F land. And then there's a single pitch. And then we're in a whole new world. So that lost feeling you're all feeling, not only is it because, we're sight reading and we're lost, you're feeling that because that's what happens to the harmony. We go from this key to this key. F major, sort of A flat. And that's a real shocking shift to us. And the way he does it is so simple and amazing. Look what he does. All he does at measure 45 is he gives a unison note. And it's C natural. And good thing to know is F major and A flat all share that note. So he uses a unison pitch to not only, and on the word lux, right? And sopranos singing a C on the word lux is the most pure sound we know. Lux. Right? It just, oh my gosh, it is just incredible. And so anyway, that all nerdery aside, that is going to help inform our learning of this section, which is very dense. And so what I want to do is break it down into chunks. So, we will probably get most of it tonight. So I want to start with sopranos and altos at measure 45, and we're going to stop at measure 53. Measure 45 to 53. Tenors and basses, you're coming next. All right, 45 sopranos. Now, for now, we know this text, Lucia Eis. We sang it at the beginning of the piece. But for right now, I want you all to uncomplicate your life, and I want you to sing on do-do-do. I want you to sing on a neutral syllable so you can really lock these harmonies in your head. All right, sopranos on do, measure 45. 1, 2, 3, do. Stop there. Good. Let's do that again. Altos, notice your part. You're almost going down a chromatic scale, those tiny half steps. So I know you see lots of flats and sharps and naturals and you freak out, but just know you're going down this little half step until you get to the end of the phrase and you have to go from a D sharp to a C sharp. All right, sopranos again on do, then tenors and basses, your time's coming. Measure 45. 1, 2, 3. Do. My bad. My bad, sopranos. You stay on that G sharp. One more time. I'll play all the right notes. And then we'll tenor bass. Your time's coming. Do, soprano, alto, 1 and 2 and 3. Do. Good. Now, tenors and basses, starting in 45, 46, 47 tenors and basses. Now, I know it looks like a lot of notes tenors, but it's actually all kind of samey. Here we go. Tenors and basses on do, measure 47. 1, 2, 3. Good. I went too far. One more time, tenors and basses. Bass, baritone, tenor 2, tenor 1, at measure 47. 1, 2, 3. too far again. I just wanted to keep going. Oh my gosh, Sean, it's the best bass line. I mean, it's just so windy. All right, everybody now starting at 45 on do, and then we're going to go on, okay? 45 on do. Do, soprano, do, do, 1 and 2 and T. Do. Everyone else. Good. Now, pause. We're now at measure 54, and let's take it apart a little bit. So measure 54, soprano and alto. Soprano and alto, measure 54. On do, 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 still no text. Alto, soprano, measure 54. 1, 2, 3. And stop there. Stop there. Yes, John, we will go back and run that bass line. Yes. We'll do that again. We'll do that 1 second. We'll do that when we get to the bass part. But let's start at 54. One more time, soprano and alto. 54, soprano, alto. 1, 2, 3. Stop there. Now, let's take it apart. Let's actually hear tenors alone and measure 54. And then basses, we'll go back to 47 and rope that in because it's very similar. All right, tenors alone at measure 54. Tenors. Or 54 tenors. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, tenors, that's a great little line there. All right, basses. Let's go all the way back to 47 basses and isolate that. And on do, 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 take away the text. Bass, baritone, 47. 1, 2, 3. Very good. All right, yes, you're going to keep getting better. We're going to keep hammering out basses. 54. Oh, yes, Ruth, everything in this is ebb and flow. Everything in this phrase, it's not so much one crescendo as it is just overwhelming waves of emotion. Now, when we get to the next section, which we'll get to in 1 minute here, that's when we're really going to start to build. All right, I just want to go now. Can we go back? Let's layer onto our knowledge. We're not going to get the text tonight, but we are going to get through this section. Start at 45. Everyone on do, do, do. And again, keep grabbing for notes. Keep grabbing for stuff. If you can make it through, again, in this mode, we don't have our friends next to us, but what we do have is our want to get something better each time, right? So you're not trying to get perfect. You're trying to get better. I think that's an important distinction in learning music. I tell it to my private students all the time. We're not working to get perfect. We're working to get better, right? And it's that journey that's going to improve. So here we go. Stay with me. Measure 45. All right, here we go. Ready? 45. Soprano. 1, 2, T. And then we attack. All right, good. Now, next section we want to tackle, and the last one in this movement we'll tackle tonight before we do a little review. Can everyone go with me to pick up to measure 62? It's cum sanctis. And again, we're just framing in tonight, folks. We're not going to be perfect. You're doing great. Starting at cum sanctis. Now, the roost point, this section is a crescendo. This is a crescendo that takes us all the way to measure 69. We are really cum sanctis. It's so tense. I love it. All right, pick up to 62. Pick up to 62, alto and soprani. So we start with a dissonance. So alto, soprano, on do do do. Pick up to 62. A 1 and 2. Probably the easiest part of this whole section. All right, pick up to 62 again. Alto, soprano, 1 and 2. And we have a big moment. All right, tenors and basses, pick up to 62. Tenors and basses, pick up to 62. Tenor, bass, baritone, bass. That's that first interval, you guys. On do do do. 1 and 2. Good, let's take that apart a second. Can I just hear just tenors? We're doing great. 1, tenors, pick up to 62. 1 and 2. That's one of the great tenor parts there. All right, basses. Can I hear you? Bass and baritone. Pick up to 62. And then we'll do a review of this whole section and we'll move on to something else. Thank you all. This is the meat tonight and you're doing amazing. Stay with us. Bass, tenor, cum sanctis, 1 and 2. All right, now sink or swim. Everyone back to 45. Everyone back to Lux. Back to Lux. Ah, you really gotta feel it, even at home. All right, 45. I love this moment. Soprani. Measure 45. 1 and 2 and 3. Everyone else. we're back to the beginning. We'll do that next week. We'll review. Thank you for hanging in there. That's a lot of work. All right, let's go to the offertory real quick. Offertory, please. I want to review a few things in this. Let me check one thing. I had a request for one section of the piece. All right. Yes. Okay, great. Let's review the openings. Let's start at the beginning of offertory. Even if we mess up, let's keep going through this section. Because we have other things we want to review. We especially want to review the end tonight. Now, in this opening section, what I'm going to do for us all, because remember, we're all singing it. Sopranos or altos, tenors and basses, everybody's singing these two lines here. When we get to places like measure 12 or measure 14, I'm going to pulse those eighth notes. So like coo, coo, hoo, hoo, off, da, dee. Because remember, those are the parts where we were getting off, because both myself and all of us, we weren't rhythmicizing those sections. So again, tonight when you get to those cutoffs, don't be afraid to rhythmize it. Is that a word? I don't know. We'll look it up later. All right. Measure. Let's start with pick up to 7. Let's not do the intro. Let's get right into the singing. All right. We all ready? Measure 7 with the altos and soprani and then tenors and basses. Or whatever part you're singing. No, doesn't matter to me as long as we got them all covered. All right, here we go. Ready? 1 and 2 and alto. Now we're together. Off and rest, rest. Off. Very good. All right, skip ahead. I know that I'm sure it was perfect. No, nothing wrong at all. But even if there was, we'll have time to review, and we'll have tracks for that. And then when if we record that part in person, we'll obviously rehearse it that way. So take a deep breath. Hope you did really well. Those cutoffs are good. Now let's go to measure 77, and I want to really quickly take it apart a bit. All right, so everyone get to measure 77. Everyone get to measure 77. Fantastic. Measure 77. Now, let's run it once, and then I want to take a few different parts away. Yes, Mia, when in that opening section, sopranos should sing with altos so that we have as much support as possible throughout that section. Great question. All right, let's start with doing a review of 77 to the end, and then we'll take it apart a little bit, all right? Because I had a request for a part in this one. All right, here we go. 77. Ready, basses? 77. Here we go. 77. Everybody. Here we go. 1 and 2 and bass. Here comes the amen. Alto. All right, now let's take it apart just a little bit. Do we have practice IDs? Scott, we don't have official practice tracks left, official ones from me yet. But if you look at I'm sure someone in this chat has the link. There's an outside source that has practice tracks for this one as well, and those are available to you. And then I should have the tracks for this one done. This is my next big project after I finish. Don't be totally lost. You're gonna be okay. If everyone totally lost, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it, everybody. All right, now this is a really hard one to do virtually. All right, and you really, really, really got to count. So let's take it apart. Yeah, let's take it apart. And then we'll have a couple announcements. Then we'll review 2 movements and we'll call it a night. So let's start to measure 77, 1 part at a time. Let's start with basses. Here we go. Basses. No, that's dumb. Let's start with sopranos at 79. Haha. Sopranos at 79. All right. Sopranos at 79. Ready, soprani? Focus. 79. 1, 2. Here we and 1. Let's stop there. A thing that's really going to help us, folks, is if you keep that 8th note beat steady on your body somewhere. Because the hardest part of this piece is feeling the 8th note as the beat. It's really, really hard. That's why you get lost. All right. Can we now hear altos at measure 78? Altos at 78. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yes, very good. And yes, Michelle's right. Those rehearsal, we're sending those tracks every week. Those Sharon emails are packed from your section leader, are packed full of info for y'all. All right, 77. Oh, mi tenors. 1, 2, 3, and O Domine, Jesu Christe, and 1. O Domine, vive anima defunctum penis inferi, de penis inferi, et de off. I know, windy part. You're going to want to do it a lot. Basses now, and then we'll do it all together. And then I want to review 2 movements, do some announcements, and review 2 movements to end our night. This is going to be a continual work in process. This is a hard movement. There is no ifs, ands, or buts or ways around it. But it always sort of makes sense in the end. I'll explain. All right, here we go. Where are we at? 77 basses. 1 and 2 and bass. O Domine, Jesu Christe, ex glorie, ex glorie. Rest, 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 rest. Libera. Rest, rest. Defunctorum de penis inferi, et de Good. Everybody now, and then we'll put this movement away. Announcements, Kyrie, Sanctus, good night. All right, here we go. Everybody now, 77. Hold on. Again, if you can't get the rhythm, get the text. If you can't get the text, get the pitches. Pick a thing. If your only goal is I want to end when Max does, then if you accomplish that, remember, we're not trying to be perfect. We're trying to be better. All right, here we go. Measure 77. Here we go. 1 and 2 and bass. Alto. Get ready, sopranos, soprano. No! I messed up so bad. I can't let that thing. Everyone on the amen. Here's the amen. Pick up to measure 90. Oh my goodness. Bass, tenor, alto, soprano. I can't forget myself. I must redeem. 1 and 2 and. Not perfect, but that's definitely better. All right, announcements, and then we'll do the Kyrie and the Sanctus. I want to end with the Sanctus because my first announcement is I have recording tracks ready for the Sanctus here on youtube.com. If you follow this link, which I'm going to throw in the chat, And these are the official recording ones that you will use to record for the Songtooth. And I would love if in the next 2 weeks you can get these into me. It's not that hard of a movement. You'll notice that there are 3 tracks there. One is balanced, one is for soprano and alto, and one is for tenor and bass. Because as you know, that movement doesn't split a lot. Also, as you know, if you're an alto who is singing a mixture of tenor and bass, I'd encourage you to record to the balanced track so you can hear a little bit of both and sing your part. Again, sing what you've been singing in rehearsal. As long as you sing along to that track, it will blend together with everyone's voices, all right? And I promise it will work out. So again, pick the track that you're most comfortable, give them a listen. I sort of put some faux orchestra underneath them, not like that's going to be the final project, but I think it's kind of nice to sing with stuff underneath you, even if it's a little sort of computery. I kind of liked it. So we'll see if you like that, if it's a test. I'm always learning, trying to make these things better for y'all. So there's that. So we'll end with the Songtooth movement tonight. The next announcement is next week, March 7th, from 4 to 5, we will have a music pickup for our second piece for the concert, The Lake Isle. We're actually closer than you think to having the Requiem done. So I really want to work on this beautiful piece by Ole Yelo, The Lake Isle. So music pickup from 5 to 7. We won't work on it next week. And we'll have some other times to pick up as well. Also have a PDF available. But we did order these beautiful copies for you. So if you can swing by between 4 and 5 next week, the 7th at Leesburg Community Church, that would be amazing. Then the next thing is, my hope and prayer is that outside for, like I said, Beverly's going to be with me next week on the 7th. Yay. My hope and prayer is that we can start outdoor rehearsing again on the 14th. I also hope on that date we can actually do some of our first quartet rehearsals. Now, you may say, our octet rehearsals are groups in the sanctuary with our special precautions. There will be a sort of a real scheduling thing I'm going to have to work on. And my hope is to have a schedule for those of you who are interested in this initial round of octet rehearsals. That I should have a schedule for you all with dates, hopefully this week. Wonderful interest in that. If you didn't get a chance to fill out that form, if you are interested in our in our indoor, super socially distant singing events, here is the form for that as well, if you haven't filled that out yet. Leslie, yes, will be another day. Hopefully we are at the church consistently in some way or another, either outdoor, in octet rehearsing, or in other ways. So yes, we'll have another pickup day in the weeks to come for that piece. But next week would be the big one. If you can make it, that would be awesome. Cost, Ruth, no cost. The chorale is picking it up. Yay! Part of our real initiative this season. You all have been so generous with your dues and with your time. And so there is no cost for the sheet music. There is no cost for the sheet music for Ole Yelo. Yay, yay, yay. So, and thank you to Diane and to Sharon for working out a budget. We're able to do that. So thank all parties involved. So those are my big announcements. A lot of stuff coming your way. Again, please always check out. Please always check out your weekly emails. Lots of information, and especially if you get an email from me about the schedule. You all are so good at communicating, and your section leaders are so awesome too. But stay on it, because that is going to be our main method of communication from here for the end of the semester. All right. So I'm really pumped. Thank you all for being here. Let's review 2 movements. Let's start with the Kyrie. We're just going to do straight up run-throughs of the Kyrie, straight up run-through of the Sanctus, and then you can go on your way, and either you could do a recording tonight if you want of the Sanctus. All right. Introit and Kyrie. Here we go. Ready, everybody? Here we go. Right from the top. First movement of the piece. First measure. First piece. Here we go. And 2, 3, spooky. Still soft. it's a tenor. Requiem aeternam, dona eis Domine, et lux perpetua Here we go. Mournful. And one. Big contrast. Bass is lead. One. Oh, it's about as perfect as something gets. All right, and let's go to something else perfect. The Sanctus, please. And then I just hope you jettison from here to go record. These are pretty good tracks, I think. And this is such a beautiful movement. And again, sing whatever part you're comfortable, whatever part you're comfortable with. You know, a voice part is just a general marking of range. And in our lives, we sing many different voice parts, I feel. And we should sing many different voice parts. Your voice part might change by the piece. Who knows? All right? All right, here we go. Sanctus, everybody. Sanctus. Oh, I love it so much. Ready? Here we go. This last thing we'll sing. We're going to this week. You know what? The energy we are going to take into March is that of Hosanna, right? We are going to take that energy, that positivity, that spirit into March. You know, we hope this world gets better. We hope we're able to be together. And I'm ready to go. And I hope you are too. Your attendance at these virtual rehearsals is amazing. All the above, what you're about to do, what you're about to give to each other, to community, to music, so inspiring. Let's bring that energy into the Sanctus, right? We start in the ocean, and then we grow into a giant wave. Here we go. Sopranos, altos. Thank you all so much. I'm ready to go for the week. All right, again, check your weekly email. Music pickup next week. If you're not available, we'll find a way to get you music. Never fail. We're not going to rehearse it next week anyway. And please check your weekly email for a schedule to let me know if I schedule in a way that's possible. Big month coming up. Big couple months here in the spring. And I'm super happy, super excited, and super ready to go. All right. You're the best people ever. Have wonderful, safe, and healthy weeks. Bye, y'all.